Good morning, students. We will today discuss a new topic, effect of moisture on pressure. Students, as we know that there are few gases that can be collected over water. Since they are insoluble in water, they can easily be collected over water. Now these gases so collected over water is not dry gas. Some moisture is present with the gas. As a result, the pressure exerted by the gas is not the gas alone, it is also due to the pressure of water vapor. That is, there will be a total pressure exerted, which will be the partial pressure of the gas as well as the pressure due to water vapor. Let us try to understand and how can we solve numericals if such moist gas is given in the question. Let us try to understand how can we collect such gases over water. Say this is hydrogen gas. Okay, this should be filled with water and the trough taken should also be filled with water. Now you can see this hydrogen gas will pass through water and will be finally collected on top. But as we know, this hydrogen gas is not a dry gas. Since it is passing through water, there is some moisture present in it. So in that case, there will be total pressure exerted by this hydrogen gas, which can be given as P total, that is total pressure will be due to pressure of gas. If it is hydrogen gas, we can take pressure of hydrogen gas and plus pressure due to water vapor H2O. Now to get pressure of dry hydrogen gas, we have to subtract pressure due to water vapor from the total pressure. So this we can do, that is pressure of the gas will now be equal to the total pressure minus pressure due to water vapor. So once we can get this, we can easily obtain a gas, a dry gas with its own pressure. So this what you have to do finally in order to change the pressure of the moist gas to get a pressure due to dry gas. We will solve one numericals based on this for more clarification. Let us see. So let us now come to one numericals based on this effect of moisture on pressure. And you should know one more thing here, that pressure due to water vapor is also called aqueous tension. Question is, 87 centimeter cube of moist nitrogen is measured at 9 degrees Celsius and 659 millimeter mercury pressure. So from the question it is clear that it is moist nitrogen being taken, whose volume is 87 centimeter cube, and the pressure at 9 degrees Celsius of this gas is 659 millimeter mercury pressure. Now this pressure, when we talk about, is not the pressure of dry nitrogen alone, because we have, it's being taken about a moist nitrogen, so obviously the pressure due to water vapor will also be acted here. So as a result, this total pressure is given here. So first write down all information that is given. You can see V1 is volume of nitrogen gas taken is 87 centimeter cube. Temperature is 9 degrees Celsius, that we can change into Kelvin. So it will be 282 Kelvin. Now so far the pressure is concerned. Since we have to take a pressure due to dry nitrogen gas, so we have to subtract. And one more thing before I come to that, you can read the last line also, where it is given the vapor pressure of water at 9 degrees Celsius is 9 millimeter mercury. That means pressure due to water vapor is given. So this pressure due to water vapor is to be subtracted from 659, which is the total pressure, to get pressure due to dry gas. So 659 minus 9, that is 650 millimeter mercury. So we have got P1, which is the pressure due to dry gas. Now we have to find out the volume of dry nitrogen at STP. So we have to find out volume at STP. STP means temperature should be 273 Kelvin and pressure is 760 millimeter mercury. Let us now solve this to get the value of V2. Since you can see all three variables are used, that means we can find out the unknown variable using the gas equation. So gas equation is, by gas equation we know that P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 divided by T2. Now to get the value of V2, please see this side, we want V2. V2 can be calculated by taking all other variables to the left side. So we'll get P1 V1 T2 divided by T1 P2. Now we can put all the values. P1 is 650, multiplied by V1 is 87 and T2 is 273, divided by T1 is 282 Kelvin and P2 is the pressure, which is 760 millimeter mercury. Now we have to cancel this to get the final volume, and on cancelling we are getting the answer equal to 72.03 centimeter cube. This is the final answer we have got. Hope it is clear to you. I'll show you one more example, not on this part, not on the effect of moisture on pressure, but from gas equation. Let us see. It is example number 10. Example number 10 is given 1 liter of a gas at 10 degrees Celsius is heated till both its volume and pressure are tripled. Find the new temperature. One liter of a gas at 10 degrees Celsius, that is V1 is 1 liter. Temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, which is equal to 10 plus 273, 283 Kelvin. And pressure is not given, so we can take the pressure as P. So let P1 is equal to P. Now the question is, so what temperature we are going to heat it so that both is given, both volume and pressure would become triple, will become 3 times. That means we have to find out T2 so that the volume will become 3 times, that is 3 liters, and pressure also would become 3 times, that is 3p. So we have to find out the value of T2. So again we can see that 3 variables are used. We can use the gas equation. So by gas equation, P1 by T1 is equal to P2 V2 divided by T2. This time we have to find out T2. So T2 will be equal to P2 V2 T1 divided by P1 into V1. Let's put all the values. So T2 is equal to P2. P2 is 3P. V2 is 3 liter. Okay. And T1 is given 283. P1 is P and V1 is 1. That means we can cancel this P and we'll get the answer. When you multiply these three, you'll get the answer as 2547 Kelvin. 2547 Kelvin. Now to change this Kelvin into degree Celsius, so what we do, we have to find the temperature in degree Celsius. So we have to subtract this value. I mean 273 we have to subtract from 2547. We will get the answer 2274 degree Celsius. I hope it is clear. Solve more and more questions. It will be your homework. Thank you.